Hi all, Robert Stoll of Stoll Review here with just a short video. Now, for those who don't know, Denver Comic Con has received some flack recently for some tweets and some Facebook messages that weren't entirely in support of Gamergate being shown at their convention. This naturally upset some people, and currently there's a sort of back and forth that's very vitriolic. And so to kind of undo some of that, I reached out to Denver Comic Con, basically describing the situation, what had happened in prior events, and to ask if Gamergate was okay. They had previously mentioned that people could wear Gamergate shirts, but they didn't really want Gamergate people to wear Gamergate shirts. And so I sort of went on and asked them what their policies were concerning, things like disturbances, things like fights, things that very well could get people kicked out of Comic-Con. And they sort of responded with this. It isn't exactly what I wanted, but it's something that I can certainly understand. So, in reference to what I had asked, both of these passages, by the way, are on my Twitter page. I asked this. So, for fear of being yet another person to inquire such of Gamergate, you said that Gamergate is welcome so long as there isn't any trouble. If there is a disturbance and unfortunately someone connecting themselves with Gamergate is involved, will there be any bias on part of the convention against said Gamergater? What process do you use to investigate reports, and how fair is it to all parties involved, especially ones being accused of a transgression? And I'm not going to read the entire thing, but this is sort of the important part of their response. Like I said, it's all fully available on my Twitter account. I'll link to it below. And sort of take it or leave it. Denver Comic Con is a safe space for everyone. What we ask is that everyone respect our safe space, and we neither want nor need drama, especially of a political sort orchestrated by groups with whom we have no association. People who behave badly, and this is not specific but general, will be removed from the convention. We simply do not want to be involved, and ask that everyone associated with this group on any side not bring their fight to our doorstep, which is a very reasonable request. Our nonprofit mission is one of education and literacy, and we are a largely volunteer-run organization dedicated to families and children, and literacy arts education. We are invested in our own cause here, as are tens of thousands of attendees, of volunteers and exhibitors who enjoy this fun pop culture event each year. If someone wants to attend the show and be part of our community-based, family-friendly event, he or she is quite welcome. What will not be tolerated is harassing behavior or instigation of it, and this is not exclusive to any one group of people. We frankly prefer that people don't do things to welcome controversy for sake of making trouble, which is also a very reasonable request. We asked that people not wear Gamergate shirts, and regret the unfortunate way this was communicated, because it's quite clear from all of this uproar that it's highly controversial, and we make this request of anyone else associated with major controversies. If you feel that it's absolutely crucial to display your politics on your shirt, then you also need to be prepared for the results of that. People may not respond favorably, and we prefer that everyone have a good time without this element, which is yet another reasonable request, and one made not to discriminate, but for respect of all, including the people associated with Gamergate. We want happy humans at our show, and feel that everyone is best served by mutual respect. If you are respectful at our show, you receive respect in return. Now, this is obviously not what we want, but it is something that we have to live with, and I think it is an amenable relationship where we both don't want conflict. at live events. We'd rather have a tempered discussion that leads to positive things rather than negative things. And I think that's what Denver Comic Con wants as well. So my final recommendation is that if you want to, you should go to Denver Comic Con. If you want to wear a shirt, fine. If you don't, I think it's the safer option. And in the end, don't cause trouble, because that reflects badly on Gamergate and reflects badly on your behavior itself. This has been Robert Stoll's Stoll Review, wishing everyone a happy Sunday, and the attendees, exhibitors, and staff of the Denver Comic Con a safe, happy, and fun show this year.